I mean, we've done, most of this should kind of make sense to you at this point. I mean, we did the defining variables in the last homework, the number 69, we had to do that. The objective function is new, a little new, but we've already used it in non-word problems. The constraints we know is the system of inequalities, did that in last night's homework. We graphed them already. Now we know that's called feasible region. The graph of a system of inequalities is the feasible region. We know that the vertices of the feasible region are the corner points, and that if there is a maximum or a minimum for the objective function, it has to occur at one of the corner points. So those are the only points that we're going to use to evaluate the objective function. We good? So I'm going to do the second one. Okay, the second one is example 6, and it says, minimize the cost of the liquid portion of a diet if it is to provide at least 300 calories, 36 units of vitamin A, and 90 units of vitamin C. Okay, now that should sound familiar because that was an example in the last section, right? We had everything except for an objective function for cost. So in this case, we've got the same constraints, the same system of inequalities, but now we know that there's actually cost involved here. We want to minimize the cost, which may change our decision about how much we're going to use of each drink. Okay, so the cost of drink, what they're calling drink X, that's a capital X, is 12 cents a cup. And the cost of drink Y is 15 cents a cup. Right? What should we define? How should we define our variables then? X will be say again? What does X represent? What are we trying to decide here? No, we know this cost. We're trying to decide how many cups of each are we going to use, right? That's what we don't know. So again, what does X represent? The number of cups of drink X. Right? And Y can be the number of cups of drink Y. Right? That's what we're trying to decide. You know, how much should we pick so that it minimizes the cost? What will the objective function be? It's cost it depends on X and Y. .12x plus 0.15y. Right? That in that way, however many cups of X that we pick, it'll be times that times 12 cents will be a cost for it. And then however many cups of Y that we pick times 15 cents per cup, that'll give us the cost coming from that. And you add them up, there'll be a total cost.